DC Fandome just happened. I like to think of it as DC's E3 2020 press conference. Now, they're splitting this up. There's going to be more, but there are some pretty good announcements. So we're going to count down the top 7 announcements from DC Fandome. And yeah, I know what you're thinking. Well, why top 7? Huh? Well, there were 7 that stood out to me, and 7 that I can really talk about. Like, there were some other panels, I guess, but they didn't really reveal much, or not much that I care for, or not much that I can really talk about. Like the Sandman panel. I mean, that was pretty cool to know more about the Netflix series, but that was really it. It was really just tell. These are stuff that were shown, in which there's only 7 of them, really. Or at least that stood out to me. You get the point. Anyways, before we get started, you know what to do. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to your notifications, and leave a comment, and you'll be a loyal subscriber.
36.
Very close, but that's not. Let's go to Gary the Retard. What number between 2 and 4?
Now we start off the list with Black Adam. Does this look bad? No. That's not why it's at the bottom of the list. Honestly, The Rock playing Black Adam is enough to get me excited, but this is at the bottom here because there really wasn't much footage shown, if any at all, really. The teaser is mainly made up of photos that were moving, so I can't really put this too high. Still though, what they did show looked really awesome, and I'm excited to see it in the theaters whenever I can do that. Hopefully when it comes out, this problem is better. What was shown looks pretty cool, but it's not much to go off, so Black Adam lands at number 7.
Okay, Mrs. Puff, what's my final score?
6.
Woo!
Ever since Arkham Knight, everyone has been waiting for Rocksteady's next DC game. The rumors went from Batman to Superman to Wonder Woman, back to Superman to Justice League, back to Superman again, and then it turned out it wasn't Superman, to Suicide Squad, and it turns out to be Suicide Squad, killing the Justice League. Yeah, so for anyone who wanted it to be a Justice League game. Now, we have no idea how this game plays, and we're also not even getting it till 2022, which is why it's only at number 6. It also doesn't quite seem to be a single-player experience, but rather a more co-op focused game, which sounds cool, but I do have my worries. As of right now, it seems you get to play as Harley Quinn, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, and King Shark, and you go around killing the Justice League, as the title implies. Suicide Squad kills the Justice League also seems to be set in the Arkham universe, which is really cool. Everything sounds good, but we don't know how it plays, and it's not coming out for another 2 years, so it's lower on the list.
Oh, chills. Literal chills.
It was number 5. Number 5 is my brother.
Oh my god, I forgot.
Did not intend for both Suicide Squad things to be back-to-back, but that's what happened, as number 5 is the Suicide Squad movie. Now, we really didn't get an actual trailer or any actual footage, but we did get, some kind of footage, but it was mostly shooting footage. You know what I mean? Given that we still didn't see a whole lot, you're probably wondering why this is higher than the Suicide Squad game and Black Adam, especially since those didn't get a whole lot, and there is an already existing Suicide Squad movie that is a load of shit. But it seems promising. Like, this one seems promising. I mean, you got James Gunn in the director's seat, as well as Margot Robbie, Idris Elba, and John Cena, amongst others, in the movie. And the amount of characters in this movie is quite crazy. That can be a bit worrying, though, as it seems there are so many characters that some will definitely get lost in the shuffle. But this one looks like it's being made with some more care and effort, I guess, than the 2016 movie. Seriously, I can't tell you a single thing that happened in that one. I'm interested here.
7, 5. Number 4.
The Snyder Cut of Justice League was one of the main things at DC Fandome, and I'm quite excited to see this. Sure, it's probably going to be a very flawed film in and of itself, but it will feel like one person's vision, as opposed to feeling like two separate visions, like the original cut. I've heard many complaints about the trailer shown, and that it's just the same movie, but just with some extra scenes. But the movie is still a year off, so there wasn't much else they could have shown. Also, the film will be in 4 separate chunks, which I'm cool with. Again, there were many problems with the original cut of Justice League that probably won't be fixed with a director's cut, but the main issue, I think we can all agree, was a lack of a clear vision, and that will be resolved in the Snyder Cut. So I'm happy and excited to see the Justice League movie that Zack Snyder himself wanted to make. Now, despite Rocksteady's DC game not being a Batman game, Warner Bros. Montreal has a new Batman game. Sorta. You don't play as Batman. It's Gotham Knights. In Gotham Knights, as it's following the comics titled Court of Owls, Batman is dead, and it's up to Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, and Batgirl to protect Gotham. This seems cool as it also seems co-op focused, but also single player, like a single player option, and it looks like you can switch between characters on the fly in a way that wouldn't seem possible on a current gen system. Plus, we actually got to see how the game plays, which is more than I can say about Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League. Gotham Knights is a very promising looking title, and one I would love to see more of.
What kind of pencil do we take again?
Number 2. Take a number 2.
Looks like you took a big number 2.
Wonder Woman 1984 has gotten delayed over and over and over again, but the newest trailer is getting me quite excited. Sure, the idea of bringing Steve Trevor from the dead still doesn't have me convinced, and how it's being showed in the trailer really doesn't have me convinced. But I am convinced that this movie will be a fun time. Not to mention, Cheetah looks really awesome, and I'm actually kind of interested in Chris Pine being Steve Trevor as the fish out of water character, being a World War I soldier in the 80s. It's also interesting to see how much technology has progressed since the first one. So there are a lot of interesting aspects to Wonder Woman 1984, which is why it lands this high. If I'm gonna be honest, the Batman was what I was most excited for going into DC Fandome, and the trailer dropped, and oh, it did not disappoint at all. Holy fuck, if I already wasn't excited for the Batman, which I was, by the way. This trailer honestly blows all the other trailers at this event out of the water. This feels like everything a Batman movie trailer should feel, and by extension, I guess maybe even a Batman movie should feel. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I can't really say that, but you know what I mean. And just the action shown in the trailer makes it awesome too. Before we even see the movie, we know how this Batman is, and we know that he is relentless. In the panel, Matt Reeves, the director, says that this Batman's still trying to figure shit out, so he's gonna be a bit of a different Batman. So that's interesting. Also, that vengeance line. Thought I'd mention that. Throw in the Riddler and Catwoman, and this trailer lands at number 1. But that was my list of 7 movies and games at DC Fandome. What were your favorite announcements at DC Fandome? You can include the shows or the comics or whatever. I feel like these 7 things were the ones more I can talk about. But yeah, if you like this video, come subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.